wonderful people of the internet. You will know my name forevermore now. I no longer go as Sir Thompson on this show. I shall go as my true name, Daniel Thompson. I'm beginning to launch my careers. Yes, I'm going to do two at the same time. You get that? That's not the point. I watched the debate. I know I'm like a day and a half late on this, but I had to make sure I wrote enough for you guys. And while I'm at it, I'm going to throw something else in here today. Alright, so this is the third and final presidential debate of 2016 between Hillary Clinton and Donald J. Trump. The problem is Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton were the only ones shown in these presidential debates this year. I think that's a problem on the debate commission's part. There were two quite popular ones, and I've heard about a third of Americans will be voting third party. The main candidates like to throw third party just into independent, but these are parties, just like any other. In fact, the Libertarian Party, which is the most popular third party, actually sued the debate commission earlier this year. But you didn't hear about that. Anyways, I noticed something. Hillary Clinton is terrible. Everything she proposed would destroy the economy, the people within the country, and cause for more immigrants than we can house. My policies on the thing I would say on immigration, we should really take care of the people that already live in the country before we accept new people. If we can't take care of our own people, what's the point? Okay, still recording. You can tell I don't have a cameraman with me. That's not all, really. Hillary Clinton wants to raise the minimum wage. Okay, I should make a separate video talking about what that would do to us, but I'm sure you get the point. The minimum wage is set to something on purpose. Raising it would just destroy you. The minimum wage shouldn't even be something that's there. But it's been being raised all throughout the last 10 years. Did you know that minimum wage was only $4 and something an hour in 2004? No, you didn't. Did you? Now, people are talking about raising it to $10 to $12 an hour? There are some careers out there where the people that work there are considered successful that already make that. As an entry wage. The entry wage for a computer user support technician is $15 to $20 an hour. You will devalue our currency and cause inflation if you raise this minimum wage. Again, there will be a separate video on this. Let's move on to something else. Then, I have a nitpick for Donald Trump. He tried to bait Hillary Clinton. Everybody knows about the emails. There's no need to bring it up in every single debate. Like you have done in every single debate. Now, what Donald Trump had going on, everybody within the last 2 weeks knew about that. There was no need to bring up the stupid Trump tapes. You had the last debate to do that. No. The third presidential debate was supposed to be serious. It was meant for swing voters to figure out whether they were going to go for the two parties or go third party. That was what it was. If they didn't like both of you, they would go third party. If they even knew what a third party was. A lot of them won't go third party. A lot of them will settle for the lesser of two evils. If you go by what's happening in Europe, the migrant crisis, as they call it, any candidate that's coming close to opening up borders will destroy a country. Just look at Germany, France, England, pretty much all of Europe that's under the European Union banner. So practically every country in Europe except for Switzerland and Russia. They're proud of their closed borders. Switzerland is the most isolated country in the world, but it's weird because they're right smack in the middle of Europe. Right above Italy, and there's all kinds of countries surrounding it. France, Germany, you name it. Switzerland has a natural border of mountains. Now, many countries in the past have flirted with the idea of walls because they don't have natural borders. They need to make physical borders. Well, problem with walls is you can get around them. You can go over them. You may be able to guard one side of the wall, but you can't guard the other side. And there are really sophisticated climbing gear out there. Not to mention, you can't guard underground. That's the problem with building a wall here in the United States of America. Mexicans and other Latino countries seem to be very good at creating tunnel systems to smuggle drugs in. Cartels are extremely good at it. How do you think they get past Border Patrol? That stuff's, you can smell it from 20 miles away. No. What they do is they build tunnels underground. All the people It's not solving anything. What you do need to do is locate the tunnels and stop it. Some of them jump over a fence. Yes, that's why it's bad in Arizona. A fence. That's all they do. I feel bad for the state of Arizona. Actually, a college out there wanted me to go there. It's a really good college, but I just can't afford to go out there. Hopefully this will help me. There is no bias here for me. I'm being objective. But I have to say one thing. I feel really bad for the moderator of the debate. Because when he was trying to do his job, he was interrupted by both Trump and Hillary at the same time, multiple times. He also had to keep the crowd from making too much noise, and he actually was forced to interrupt the candidates to do that. Which they didn't appreciate that, I'm going to guess, and that's why they interrupted him later. But there's a little more to that. The debates are supposed to be civil. Now, say what you want about the debate commission. I have my opinions about them. But there's something truly amazing about it. The idea for it was made by a Holocaust survivor. That's something that is unescapable. Hats off to that. Now, I have something for you people to think about. Potential voters. You have till now and from now till November 8th to think about who you're going to vote for. I would like for you to research every candidate you have heard of and make an educated decision. Not just vote for whoever has the most popularity. Not vote for whoever you think is going to win. Now, I do guarantee you, nobody being elected into the office of the United States of America will be able to change very much because one position only has so much power. However, the presidency does have quite a bit more power than, say, a single congressman. But the Supreme Court has more power than the president. And Congress can make laws. President can veto them, of course. But they can then vote to override the veto. And then the Supreme Court rules on whether or not they have a good enough reason to override the veto. In recent years, there have been more vetoes than ever before. And, well, overriding the vetoes hasn't been there because there are issues within the Supreme Court. Yes, that's why voting for president is important this year, because there are justices to appoint, but they can't be appointed until after the inauguration of the president because of a law that went into effect a very long time ago. But at the same time, you're getting new elections for congressmen and senators and governors all over the country around the same time. You should, if you don't want to vote for president, but you still want to take part in the voting process, look up other elections. No doubt that there are also local elections within your own county, within your own state. You will be voting for your sheriff, your mayors, your county hall representatives, all of that stuff. You don't have to vote for the presidency to vote. That's the moral here. And I hope the next members of Congress create what is called a term limit for Congress. Now on to the other stories. Nintendo announced its new console. They called it Nintendo Switch. We were nicknaming it the Nintendo NX for a while. I think NX sounds better. I think Switch sounds terrible, but the name does suit it, as it does switch from a home console to a portable console. Home console, Xbox right here. Portable console, PlayStation and portable Go over there, or the PSP Go. People say it looks like a tablet. Tablet. They say its controllers are weird. This is an alright controller. Imagine if you could take it apart though and move it onto the tablet. Like put each side there. It's kind of weird. But there are extra buttons because you can use it as two controllers, so who knows? You might actually be able to do more in console games than you've been able to do before. I'm excited for it, honestly. I think I'll be an early adopter. However, here's a bit of grim news for that console. It's third-party support. Who knows? Sure, 2K and Bethesda collaborated with them to create the launch trailer, but since then they've released statements saying that no official games have been announced for the Nintendo Switch. They just... whatever. But here's a bit of hilarity for you. Remember the Samsung Galaxy Note 7? Well, there's a GTA 5 mod on PC that replaces the sticky bomb with the Note 7. And that will be the funny link of this video. All links to everything will be in the description. The debate, my original script, and then more news came, so yeah, I'm going to be typing out my original script. That's why this video will be uploaded a little later. Also, I'll be having... I probably won't have it uploaded until the end of this weekend, because it's a busy weekend, but I needed to make the video. Good time. Don't forget to play it safe. With all these storms, people have been thinking about how bad safety is lately. Also, because there was a riot in Charlotte, and worries me because my sister goes to school in Charlotte, but anyways, see you guys of the internet later. But one more thing. This was in the script. Yes, that's right. I act as a, probably offensively, on another channel, as somebody that is German or aspiring to be German, because I'm very interested in the German language. I ended up creating a picture. I just took Wilhelm II and put Deal with the glasses over him. I thought it was funny. So far, I haven't made very many videos on that channel, but be sure to check out. I think it's well worth it. It's got some production quality to it, although the first video that was up on there looks bad because I recorded in I recorded the video on a lower frame rate than the rest of OBS was in at the time, but so I had to make the game go up to 60 frames instead of locking it at 30. I thought 30 would keep my system resources low but I had set OBS to record in 60 frames, so it looked very laggy. But goodbye, people of the internet.